If you try to succeed in 2026 using the same mindset people used 5 years ago, you'll feel stuck almost immediately, not because you're incapable, but because the world has changed faster than most people's psychology. Right now, information moves faster, competition is global, attention spans are shorter, and opportunities appear and disappear overnight. So the real question isn't just how hard you work anymore. The real question is, how do you think? Because in 2026, success is less about effort and more about mental adaptability. Let's start with something uncomfortable. The old belief was simple: work hard, stay loyal, and eventually life rewards you. But today, progress belongs to people who learn fast, adjust fast, and act before they feel ready. Psychologists call this adaptive thinking. It means your biggest advantage is no longer what you know. It's how quickly you can update what you know. Think about it like software updates. Your phone constantly updates to survive new systems. But many people still run life using outdated mental software. They wait for permission. They wait for certainty. They wait for perfect timing. Meanwhile, the world rewards experimentation. In Australia, people often say, "Give it a crack." It means try first, figure it out later. And strangely enough, that mindset fits perfectly with modern success. Because in 2026, action creates clarity, not the other way around. Let's look at a real pattern. Many young professionals today feel overwhelmed, not because they lack opportunities, but because they have too many choices, too many careers, too many skills to learn, too many opinions online. This creates something psychologists call decision paralysis. When everything feels important, the brain chooses nothing. So the first psychological rule for moving forward in 2026 is simple: reduce noise. Successful people are not consuming more information. They are filtering more aggressively. They choose fewer goals but commit deeper. Instead of chasing 10 directions, they focus on one path long enough to gain momentum. Momentum is the new motivation. You don't wake up motivated every day, but once progress becomes visible, motivation naturally follows. Here's another shift happening right now. In the past, stability was the goal. Today, adaptability is stability. Jobs change faster. Industries evolve faster. Technology replaces repetitive skills quickly. So the winning psychology is becoming anti-fragile, a concept popularized by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Anti-fragile people don't just survive change. They grow because of change. Instead of fearing uncertainty, they position themselves to benefit from it. Another powerful mindset shift for 2026 is learning to tolerate discomfort. Growth now feels uncomfortable more often because learning cycles are shorter. You must become comfortable being a beginner repeatedly. New tools, new platforms, new opportunities. Instead of saying, "I'm bad at this," successful people say, "I'm new at this." That small language change rewires persistence. So if you want to move forward in 2026, focus on 5 psychological principles. Stay adaptable, filter information, act before certainty, protect your attention, build consistency over intensity. These ideas sound simple, but applied daily, they separate people who drift from people who advance. Right now, millions of people are waiting for motivation, but a smaller group is quietly building systems, skills, and mental resilience. In a few years, the difference between those groups will look like luck, even though it was psychology all along. There's another psychological shift people must understand in 2026. Energy management matters more than time management. Everyone still talks about managing time, but time was never the real problem. You've probably had days where you had plenty of free hours, yet achieved almost nothing, and other days where you were busy, but incredibly productive. The difference wasn't time. It was mental energy. High performers structure their lives around when their brain works best. They protect their peak focus hours like something valuable. Because focus is no longer normal, it's rare. Most people wake up and immediately grab their phone. Notifications, messages, social media, news. Within minutes, their brain is reacting instead of creating. And once your mind enters reaction mode, deep thinking becomes difficult. That's why successful people delay consumption. They create first, even something small. In 2026, the people moving forward fastest are not necessarily the most talented. They are the most consistent learners. They treat life like an experiment. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What will I learn?" That single question removes fear from growth, because failure stops feeling like an ending. It becomes feedback, and feedback creates improvement. Another mindset shift you'll notice among people advancing quickly today is this. They stop trying to look successful and start trying to become capable. Social media rewards appearance. Real life rewards competence. Skills compound quietly. While others chase validation, builders chase ability. And ability eventually becomes opportunity. Opportunities rarely come to the loudest person. They come to the prepared one. So if you feel behind right now, understand something important. You are not late. You are simply at the beginning of awareness. Most people never question their thinking patterns. You already are. And awareness is where change starts. The psychology needed for 2026 is calm persistence. Not rushing, not comparing, not waiting for perfect certainty. Just steady movement forward while the world keeps changing. Because progress today belongs to people who adapt faster than they doubt themselves. In the next video, we're going to talk about a silent morning habit that separates disciplined people from distracted people. A habit so small most people ignore it, yet powerful enough to change productivity for the entire day. If you want to stay ahead, build a stronger mindset, and grow step by step with this channel. Subscribe now and don't miss what's coming next, because the next lesson might completely change how you start your mornings.